Okay, Leon keeps track of the amount he spends in dollars on weekly lunches during one semester. So there's the amount of money that we've got right there. So the first question that we've got here is we want to determine the range, mean, and standard deviation correct to two decimal places. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to plug in um, all of these values into my calculator, and then I'm going to do a one variable statistic. So I'm going to go into my calculator. I'm going to press stat. I'm going to go edit, and I'm going to enter this all into list one. And then I'm going to go stat. Oops. Stat. We're going to go over to the calc menu, and we're going to do one variable statistics. And so what I'm looking for here for the range, okay, my minimum value here is 10. My maximum value here is 36. So my range here is the difference between those. Okay, I should say range equals. This is going to be 36 minus 10, so it's 26. So there's a 26 number spread from the max to the minimum there. Now my mean, okay, my mean is going to be 25, and my standard deviation here is going to be it's supposed to be to 6.32. And so there we go. Now, the next part of this question says, if I remove the greatest and least values, okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here, but I'm going to get rid of the greatest and least values. And the greatest and least values we can see right here, if we go back to our max and our min, that's our 10 and 36. If we get rid of those and then do this calculation again, what I'm going to get here is my min this time is 17. My max is going to be 33. Oops. So my range is going to be 33 minus 17. Whoops. Just don't want to screw this up doing this really quickly here. 33 minus 17 is going to be 16. So there's a range of 16 there. My mean is going to equal 25.25. And my standard deviation is going to become 4.82. So what effect does removing the greatest and the least amounts have on these three values? Well, the range got smaller, and that makes perfect sense because we're bringing the top end down, we're bringing the bottom end up. So the range got smaller here. The mean is basically the same. And again, no big surprise right there too, because we got rid of a value on the low end, we got rid of a value on the high end that kind of balanced that out there. So that really doesn't really change anything. The standard deviation, okay, and if we look back at what it was before, it was 6.32. The standard deviation got smaller. And again, that makes sense for the same reason that the range got smaller. Because remember, the standard deviation is a measurement of the spread of the data. Well, if we get rid of the high end and the low end values, there's less spread in the data. And so our standard deviation we would expect to get smaller.